Okay, we're going to make peanut brittle. We start with Caro syrup, light Caro syrup. What, a cup of it?
1 cup, yes.
Okay, and we've got, it's a 2-cup measuring, but if you notice that the peanuts are up to the top of it. And we use real butter for the, not margarine, it's 3 tablespoons of butter. Now she's putting the Caro syrup into the pan. And then sugar. How much sugar do we use?
1.5 cups.
1.5 cups. It's already in the measuring cup back there. And you put it on high on the stove. And as you put it in, you want to use a spoon or a spatula to get it all mixed up and liquefied.
This will just melt
Yes.
at this high temperature.
Yes. Wooden's best.
Yes.
Because it's really hard and sticky after too, and you've got to be able to clean it up, so wooden's really good.
And you stir, and you stir, and you stir.
You just keep it moving the whole time. This isn't something you walk away from. And it's going to be a heaping teaspoon of the pure baking soda.
Yes.
So make sure you have pure baking soda. So you've got over 2 cups of nuts. You've got 1.5 cups of sugar, a cup of light Caro syrup, a heaping tablespoon of the baking soda,
And the butter.
And the butter is 3 tablespoons. Now we're going to put the Caro syrup and the sugar first, get it all going, and after it starts boiling, then we're going to add the peanuts. And the peanuts will end up, a lot of them I noticed, opening up. So you want to not have your face over the over the pan like I almost did, and have one pop up on you. So it all seems to start slow, but then it's going to speed up. After the peanuts get in there and it starts boiling, we'll get a close up. You'll see how it's a light white, bubbly, and as soon as it starts going caramelish, we add the butter, melt it, and the minute you add the baking soda, you got to stir really fast and immediately put it on a buttered, greased cookie sheet. So you have that ready. It's not something you want to wait for because you'll be in trouble. So it's just stirring and stirring and stirring.
It seems like forever, but it really doesn't take all that long.
You're right, it really does go fast.
God, I don't have a cold, people.
Coffee not included. But Phyllis has made this recipe for how long?
Oh, about 25, 30 years.
About 30 years?
Yeah.
And it's very light because she doesn't push down on it after, you'll see. She just pours it and leaves it, doesn't spread it with a spoon, so all the air stays in it, and it's just so good. Too many of them are so hard and solid, but this recipe is just wonderful.
And if she says that, I'll probably burn it.
No, that would be me.
No.
I'm going to try to unlock this and hand cam it so I can get a closer shot of the peanuts, and they'll get to see the colors of the boils.
Right.
And like I said, we use real butter, not margarine, to both grease the pan with here and to put the 3 tablespoons in there.
It's about to get started boiling.
Trying to look to see if there was a pause on this.
I think there would be.
Yeah, I'm just not familiar with this camera. Now I don't use too tall of a pan on this because it'll take too long for the top stuff to boil and the bottom stuff at that time to be burning. That's why we use a big flat skillet. So that way the heat gets all of it. That's the whole thing, you know, the C&H sugar, we know from fact and history how long it takes and how well it cures when it does melt. Some of the cheaper sugars I've had problems with.
Really?
Yeah, it takes different timing.
Oh,
And so,
that's good to know.
yeah, that's why when I'm baking, I definitely use C&H sugar and I use the butter. A lot of people are like, I use Grandma's recipe for the cookies. It's not turning out the same. I don't understand why. Well, they use imitation vanilla, not pure vanilla extract. They use cheap sugar instead of the, cane sugar. Everything they do is today's quick, fast pace. And that's not what Grandma did. She used real butter, whole milk, not 2% or skim, and she used the good sugar, on that. They just make it different. I'm making Kool-Aid, I use cheap sugar. I'm baking, I use good sugar. It's worth that extra 25 cents for that sack. Okay.
Now you can see the white foam.
Uh-huh. It's constant stirring. We got our little helper down here. Loretta, there you are. Are you making peanut brittle? Yes, you are. You're making peanut brittle. Hi there. Okay. Just wanted to give her 3 seconds of fame. So, let's check on that color. Still white. When it turns, it goes fast.
So fast.
And I should have gotten that butter ready, and I did not. Because it will start,
It goes so quickly.
start boiling, and it's kind of like putting water in grease. It doesn't like it. So if you can have it ready ahead of time, let me try to move this around a little bit while you're doing that. See, I didn't get that on camera, so that's okay.
I'm sure glad.
I'm going to turn that handle back towards you.
Yeah.
There you go. Turn the column back over.
It's dimming a little. It's not quite as white as it was, so it's not too far off.
Yeah, because when it's ready, you'll see the caramely color instead of, the white still off to the sides and stuff. It's all still heating. And like I said, we've got it on high in a flat skillet. There we go. Getting close.
Yeah, it is getting close because it does it so fast.
Yes. Oh, I found out my first batch I made a little while ago. When it goes quick.
But
Don't mess around.
It was your first batch, and it's fine.
I tried to overstir too quick, and so it stayed on the heat. You need to get off the heat immediately.
Come on now.
I'm still looking for a pause feature here. Down almost, not quite.
Almost. It's still
Getting down there.
it dulls a little before it swings into golden.
Now, what kind of peanuts are these? Raw?
Raw.
Okay. It's raw peanuts, bags of raw peanuts you buy. Bulk, or that's what they usually have?
Yeah, I do. Now, this was in a bag I got, but I usually get them over at that store, that shopping center on Walnut Street in Corvallis.
Oh, okay.
Winco.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Took me forever.
Yeah, Winco and Salem has the bulk foods too, a lot of them, or they used to.
I bought 45 pounds 1 year. Of course, I gave some to Joanne and some to Arda.
Yeah.
Ardith wasn't much one to make candy.
If it was good, you included her.
Yeah. It's just almost there. It is there in spots.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna go.
You gonna go for it?
We're gonna go for it. Come on, darling.
You trying to hurry, and don't worry about it.
I know it doesn't
That's all
pay
right.
ever. Oh, it's
Turn it off.
see, I almost overdid it. That's how quick it turns.
Yeah, she turned off the stove and pulled it off the some because it burns that fast. So you gotta.
Really, that's the only thing touchy about it.
Okay, except you want me to hold this?
Yes, please.
I'm gonna hold this. We're gonna move this over just a hair. Get ready to dump it. Now watch what happens as soon as she starts doing this. I think this is what gives it the air and fluffiness.
Yeah.
See, the color starts changing immediately to a lighter.
It's fun to watch it. Of course, Gary would say that was crazy, isn't it?
I think it's fun to watch it.
All right, now I think I shall let Pam dump it.
Okay, you just watch the screen and that's where you hold it. Okay. Now, when we're dumping it, like I said, we're not going to end up spreading it. So try to dump it out and spread it as you do because you're not wanting to pound it down. So, I'm going to get it spread.
Looks good.
Like I said, do not smear it down. Leave it alone just like it is.
Right.
And,
That's the end of the story.
yeah. And then we'll show it to you here in a little while after she gets done.